So the rumor mill is spinning with the Los Angeles Clippers. Vinny Del Negro is out. However, it appears, they can afford 2 max contracts. That is a given. Donald Sterling basically threw Chris Paul under the bus, Ben, when he said, Chris may not have wanted Vinny Del Negro. And then Chris Paul got pissed. He might leave. It appears he will stay. However, there are 2 rumors. Let's get to the first one really quickly. The Clippers want Dwight Howard. My first question to you is, would he not would he be welcome? He'll always be welcome with a different team, a new team.
The other rumor is the Doc Rivers from the Celtics to the Clippers, right?
Okay.
And what the Celtics want for that is DeAndre Jordan and Eric Bledsoe and a couple of picks.
2 first-round picks,
right.
I believe.
And with a holdup in this deal appears to be Eric Bledsoe, from what we're reading.
Yes.
That the Clippers don't want to move Eric Bledsoe, which lends tremendous credence to the second rumor, which would be Blake Griffin and Bledsoe to the Lakers in a sign and trade.
Horrible
for
trade.
Dwight Howard. Horrible trade for who?
Horrible trade for that Clipper team. No, I mean, I think a lot of people think that Blake Griffin is just a dunker and he's slowly developing a jump shot. He's actually a really good ball handler for his size. Dwight Howard, good. I don't think he's worth Bledsoe and Blake Griffin. I mean, give up 2 first-round picks and Blake Griffin. Don't give up Bledsoe. Or give up Bledsoe and 2 first-round picks. Don't give up Blake Griffin.
Well,
that's a lot of youth.
From the Clippers' point of view, if they really want Dwight Howard, to me,
Dwight Howard.
If they really want Dwight Howard, it doesn't matter. Eric Bledsoe is immaterial. Because if this is who you want, if what you want is Paul and Howard, then you do not let Eric Bledsoe get in the way of that under any freaking circumstance. Whether you want to make that deal, do you want Paul and Dwight Howard? I would say no. And the interesting thing is that the one source has suggested that
really quick, because you value DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin more than Dwight Howard.
DeAndre Jordan, under our scenario, is already gone, so Doc Rivers can be your coach.
Okay.
So with Kevin Garnett.
So then their backup is Ryan Hollins.
No, their backup. Well, first of all, they have Kevin Garnett also.
Well, he's a 4.
I got it, but he's length. He provides length and height.
Fine.
So some significant length and height. So.
And he's
to my
38.
point of view, if that's the decision you make, you're not going to let Eric Bledsoe hold up that deal. That's insane if that's what you want. I wouldn't make the deal because I would much rather have Blake Griffin play with Chris Paul and Kevin Garnett and a real coach in Doc Rivers and see what you can do in that regard. And great having Eric Bledsoe, and then you can move Eric Bledsoe for some other valuable entity at some point that would enhance that team. Maybe somebody else around the perimeter, maybe a significant big body inside as your interior backup now that you've lost DeAndre Jordan to get Doc Rivers. But what's really interesting to me is that this trade, which I think would totally potentially revitalize the Lakers. I don't know whether it makes them a top contender, but the Lakers apparently won't do it. The Lakers, under no circumstances, it read, are they going to help the Clippers and give Dwight Howard to the Clippers? And I think that if the Lakers have an opportunity, because Bledsoe has real value to the Lakers, real value to the Lakers. And you telling me...
And who's their point guard right now? Steve Blake?
Steve Nash.
So
if you take Nash with his diminished minutes and essentially split the game at the point with Nash and Bledsoe, and my hunch is that Bledsoe ends up being the lead guy in that situation, but Nash still has some value, no question. But he has trouble guarding people.
Would you bring Nash off the bench?
I don't care how they resolve that. Whatever.
Right.
That's up to up to whoever's coaching the Lakers.
Yeah, exactly.
That's up to Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah.
So, and then all of a sudden you got a Laker team with Kobe if he comes back,
so
with Bledsoe and Nash at the point, and Kobe, and then Pau Gasol then in the middle, freed from having Dwight Howard on the team.
Pau at the 3.
And Blake Griffin at 4.
And who's the 5?
Pau, where he ought to be.
Okay,
and then whatever I don't know who else is.
All right, so if this trade went through, if everything came to fruition, here's the Clippers: Chris Paul, Jamal Crawford, Jay Crossover, best crossover in the league. Caron Butler.
Although the Clippers would love to get rid of Crawford in this scenario.
They would, but I think they need him. Caron Butler, Kevin Garnett, and Dwight Howard. That's your Clippers team.
Caron Butler probably goes. There's a good chance he gets there.
You think so?
He moves to the Celtics in this deal. Yeah.
Okay. So let's just say Butler stays. Here's your Lakers lineup: Bledsoe or Nash, Kobe Bryant, Metta World Peace, Blake Griffin, Pau Gasol.
Did you include Kevin Garnett in the Clippers lineup?
Yeah, I put him at the 4.
Okay, all right.
You missed that.
And by the way, and maybe Paul Pierce. as part of this trade too.
Yeah, I think he
and maybe Jason Terry, because with the Celtics
I didn't hear anything about
and
Jason
Courtney
Terry.
Lee, what the Celtics desperately want to do is free themselves of those contracts.
And they want to rebuild.
Yeah,
and Doc Rivers doesn't want part of rebuilding.
And so if they can get something for it, and DeAndre Jordan and Bledsoe could be significant parts of that. Anyway, the Celtics, I get why I think they should make some move at this point.
So if these were your starting five, who would you rather have?
The Lakers.
Yeah?
Yeah, because Dwight Howard is a freaking disaster, and I think it needs to be recognized. Now, maybe he turns it on and he's super motivated, but I'm not seeing it. Like, we just saw what happened with Dwight Howard last
He
year.
also wasn't healthy this past year.
Never going to be. Has a bad back. Backs go bad forever. Like, don't mortgage your future. No team should give him that max money. Every team that gives him the max money will regret it. If you're the Lakers and you think you got another couple of shots with Kobe, you're going to give him the max money. I see it. It's not going to work out. You're not going to get a championship. I don't think you're going to get close.
I don't know if I understand. I understand that your point about the back injuries and all that is totally relevant, and it's totally true. However, with a guy like Dwight Howard, if the Lakers were to keep him, they would easily make the playoffs. Other than them starting, who's their center right now? Who would be their center if Dwight Howard is gone?
I got it. That's why if you have an opportunity
gotta have value
turn
at that
Dwight
position.
Howard into Blake Griffin, do it. Do it. Do it right now.